If you tell somebody you're a journalist, they completely change, don't they?
Yes. Well, how do you mean?
Well, when you tell somebody a journalist, they kind of freeze up, or they want to talk. What are you working on?
I see.
You have a
You
power.
have a power.
Yeah, it's like a magic power.
I've always felt it's such a privilege to do this job. I just, I've said it so many times in the 6 years that I've edited Byline Times. I do not understand how anyone who has the privilege of a platform where you get to speak to people like we are now, you get to play some small role in interpreting what is happening around us and connecting to these big shifts in our society. I do not understand how that can be seen in any way but an utter privilege. And I honestly think this is a massive problem in journalism. I don't think there's enough humility. I think there's a good dose of narcissism. I think social media has made that all worse. Let's admit it. We all have our brands. We have our own truth-telling brand as well, Peter. But we've all become these little mini icons in our own lives. But that is like the opposite of what journalism is meant to be about. And I've always been clear, it's not about us. If we represent something that is, looked upon with integrity, I welcome that, but it's not about us. We're trying to help people make sense of what's going on in the world. But I think, and we do that from outside of the system, and that's our integrity to do that. But yeah, I think there could be a lot more humility in journalism. It has now become about the journalists.
But you see, the whole problem with this.
And so when that happens, of course, you've got new forces on the right saying, it's about us and we're the media, because they're just using the same model that the journalists become the proponents, and now the journalists are giving way to the influencers, and the podcasters, which is really interesting.